guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you're seeing my face for the first time, welcome to my channel. Of course, my name is Nick, and here we do talk toys, pop culture, collectibles, and general nerddom of all kinds. Sometimes we go on other adventures, but this is not going to be one of those. We're going back into the realm of toy reviews today. But welcome. You know, I haven't posted a long-form video in a while. For that, I do apologize. Again, work and things have gotten in the way. As you can see behind me, we are doing some work in this room and moving some things around to get shelves in here. So I'm cleaner and everything here doesn't look like I've hoarded it all, which is great because technically I have hoarded it all. I just don't have a place for it right now. So, you know how collecting is. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some shelves. This place is going to undergo a complete and utter transformation eventually. But I'm not here to talk about that right now. I'm here to talk about the new Mattel DC line. You know, I'm going to do some review on that today. I put out a poll a little while ago and everybody voted for that, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're used to doing a lot of McFarlane geared things on this channel, so I figured the new Mattel line, in my opinion, would be a fresh change of pace. Apparently you guys did too. Speaking of you guys, we have crossed the 7,100 subscriber threshold. So we're getting closer to the end of the year dream of 10K, which is great. And you guys are, I don't even know what to say. You guys are legendary for stepping up and subscribing. You guys are great when you leave comments. You guys hit the like button. I don't know what to say. This started as me just griping during COVID and sharing something that I liked. And then it spiraled into this. So you guys are absolute legends, and thank every single one of you for doing that. I love you guys. But that said, let's go back and switch the gear into the review. Let's go ahead, punch in, and take a look at the new DC line. Haha, bam. Alright, so here are the DC premium line Batman and Joker from the new Mattel wave. Now, again, these are not going to be as big as McFarlane's. They're not going to be as articulate as McFarlane's. But they are Mattel's first foray into DC in a bit. And I was very intrigued by these, as a lot of other collectors were. So what we'll do is we'll dive in and take a look at these. You can see already that the packaging is not very collector-friendly and very much a kid's toy. You'll have to cut them out, and you might be able to shove them back in the bottom to make them look like this again if you want to put them back on your shelf after you're done looking at them. Or you might just want to leave them in the package. In this case, I don't think we're going to do that. We'll probably get them out and explore and take a look at the accessories, things like that, like we always do. But as you can see with Batman here, it's very basic packaging. I mean, you can see old Bruce in here pretty good. The paintwork looks great on these so far. You got your Batman action figure, of course, your barcode, your 4+, your Mattel. Picture old Batman here on the side. And you can see the weapons rack back there. On the back, of course, you'll get very, very, very tiny writing. The other figures in the wave, you'll see the Joker, Batman, Robin, and the Flash. Down here, all the legalese you can digest. At the bottom of the box, you'll get some instructions. Batman logo over here. Pretty basic as far as packaging goes. With the Joker here, you're going to get much the same. You're going to get the Clown Prince of Crime himself in the box. What you see is what you get here. You get the Joker, several masks for the other characters in the line so they can be Jokerized. Here it'll say the Joker again, barcode 4+, Mattel. Pause if you want that. He's got the big gun in it. It harkens back to the old missile firing toys. You can see those back there on the weapons rack. Picture the Joker on the side. Back here, of course, more of the tiny ass writing. Again, the Joker here. You can see the other characters in the wave. More legalese. Bottom, you get some instructions. You get a Joker logo over here for a change. But with packaging, this is all you get. So let's crack these guys out and take a look at the accessories. So out of the package with Batman, here's what you get with the accessories. You get a weapons rack like you did with the old Playmates Ninja Turtles. I appreciate that. Over here, you get to punch out all the weapons for Batman. You get bat grenade canisters, batarangs. I guess this is a zip line of some sort. I have no idea what these are. I guess they're a stand for maybe this. And you get a couple other batarangs that are shaped different. The grapple gun. You get a few things with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at Dark Knight himself. So straight out of the package, I'm going to tell you that this sculpt isn't bad. There's pretty much, if you can see that, a feast of different textures, different line work, some wrinkles here at the lines to make it look more natural. The only complaint I have thus far is there's no ankle rock and ankle pivot to speak of, and no bicep swivel, and no ab crunch. This guy does hit all the other bells and whistles articulation-wise. The sculpt is actually pretty damn good. The paintwork is pretty clean. The belt's a separate floating piece, as you can see here. And it does have spots where you can put the weapons in it. Let me get the camera to focus here. It does have a cape on the back. It is a cloth cape. It does have a hole for any other accessories. This is not a wired cape. This cape was actually taped in the box. Mattel, if you're listening, stop that, because you'll end up tearing the cape out from under that sculpt piece right there. Not a bad figure altogether. We can take a look at the articulation as well. Alright, so here we have Batman from the Mattel collection. Like I said, we're going to check out the articulation first. We get the T-pose pretty good. Arms go all the way around. Wrist rock, wrist rotation. Head goes all the way around, looks up that far, down that far. Wrist rotation. Leg goes out that far to kick, which is good if you're Batman. He can hit them big old Batman splits. Thigh cut. Knees. Double jointed. Can kick his own ass, sort of. Not really. Boot cut. Don't know if it's supposed to be boot cut, but it's boot cut. No ankle rock and no ankle pivot to speak of. And no ab crunch. But he does have a jointed elbow that you can twist, which is kind of cool, I suppose. But it's very basic articulation. It kind of puts me in mind of the Mattel basic figures for WWE. But again, not a bad figure, guys. Not a bad figure. Let's check out the Joker next. Alright, as far as Joker's accessories go, it's pretty much the same as with Batman. You get the old weapons that pop off the rack, like the TMNT stuff from Playmates in the 80s. You get a Joker gun that kind of reminds me of the one that came with like the big pirate Joker from the Legends of the Dark Knight series. Maybe it wasn't Pirate Joker, maybe it was just regular Joker, but it does fire the little missiles you see here. I'll punch that out and show you in a minute. And then you get 3 masks. And it's funny because Joker's out here Jokerizing people. You know how that works. So let's plop Batman over here, and I'll show you how that works. You just take the mask and bingo, slide it over the head, and Batman looks a lot happier than normal. Alright, so that said, guys, let's take a look at the Joker himself. So looking at the Joker here, man, this is not a bad figure. You zoom in a little bit, and let me see if I can get the camera to focus here. The face sculpt is absolutely great. He's got the pink flower, got the green shirt, the weird Colonel Sanders bow tie, the orange or yellow vest. I don't know. This is more of an orange. The green shirt sleeves do stick out and do hide some of the wrist rock, which I appreciate that. And the vest does come down, of course, and hide the waist rotation. It also inhibits it a little bit. These legs are a bit wonky. As you can see, the knees are cast in a different plastic. I don't understand that choice. The feet are inhibited from rotation because of the bell-bottom pants. You come back here, and of course, he's got those awesome Joker coattails we know and love. The green hair texture is really good. The paintwork on this is great. This may be one of the best Joker head sculpts I think I've ever seen on a figure. With that said, guys, let's bust him out and check out the articulation. We have the Clown Prince of Crime himself. His articulation is going to be about the same as Batman's. Arms will come out to the T-pose, go all the way around, as you can see here. Single jointed elbow, can't quite punch himself in the face, kind of. Goes out 90 degrees, maybe a little better. Does rotate, does rotate like the Mattel ones do. Again, not bad. Wrist rock, wrist rotation, same thing. Head does go all the head doesn't go all the way around. The chin inhibits it. So be careful with that. You can get it around, but you'll have to tax it. Doesn't look up very far, doesn't look down very far. Waist rotation goes all the way around. The coattails don't inhibit that. You got thigh cut, of course. You got double jointed knees. He can kick his own ass. Goes out about that far for the big old Joker splits. So if he's dancing down the stairs, cool. Kicks forward that far, back about that far, which isn't very far at all. Again, like I said, double jointed knees. It does have like the foot pivot like the boot cut Batman has, but the bell bottom here stops that from happening. with that said, guys, I mean, it's a pretty solid Joker figure. The head sculpt is actually quite good on this. I can't really complain about this. Let's go to final thoughts and size comparisons. So back to the Joker gun with the missiles. Before doing anything else, I popped one of these out, and wow, yeah, I don't know if that's a quality issue or something safe for the kids, but I remember kids, you know, my age, back in the day, when we had missiles that fired, they made it all the way across the living room. This is kind of terrible. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. All right, now let's do size comparisons. All right, size comparison. I mean, there is really no comparison here. These guys clock in about 6 inches. McFarlane's clock in at about 7, so you're not really going to be able to interchange them with that collection anymore. I figured I'd do Batman, Batman, Joker, and Joker for that. Let's go ahead and drop them next to a Marvel Legends figure or two and see how that works. Now, if we're talking about Marvel Legends, guys, these do actually fit in with that universe. So if you guys want to have weird crossovers like with Spider-Man and Batman versus the Joker and Sabretooth, or Joker hanging out with Red Skull, because we all know how well that worked in the comics the first time, you can do it. I mean, these do go very well with Marvel Legends. Not the same level of articulation, but damn close. I'm going to have to give these guys about a 9. I can't really complain about them. For a kid's wave and the price point, Mattel's killing it. So guys, like I said, solid 9. Let's get back to the desk. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me today and checking out the new Mattel Premium DC line, Batman and Joker. I mean, again, this is geared a lot more towards kids than it is adult collectors. This kind of makes me excited to see if Mattel's going to put these figures on maybe a WWE Elite style body or a WWE Ultimate, and what the price point's going to be. The price point for these is pretty cheap. I think I paid $12.99 a piece for these, and at GameStop with the coupon, probably $11.99, just to be honest, with that and the military discount. So, I mean, it's to me, I'm not going to gripe too bad about these. You know, they are geared more towards kids, but for a fresh change of pace, these are not bad. Are they as good as McFarlane? No. But are they good for what they are? Absolutely, and they are great for the price point. So I'm going to give them a solid 9. There are some things I found wrong with them, as you see, but again, solid 9. Anyway, guys, that said, we are still on the quest for 10,000 subscribers. As I told you earlier, we have passed the 7,100 threshold now. I think we're sitting at 7,198, 99, somewhere around there. So if we could get that to 8,000 before the end of the month, that would be great, because the quest is 10,000 by the end of the year. If I get 10,000 by the end of the year, I will do a major giveaway on this channel. I did one before, and we gave away some stuff, like we gave away the Joe Fix-It Hulk and a couple of Star Wars figures. So I will do that again as soon as we hit 10K. So guys, leave some love in the comments below. Hit like, hit subscribe for me. Do good, be good, stay legendary, and I will see you guys in the next video.